Okay, everybody. So this is gonna be the Axial SMT10 update. So I just got the RB10. I think they're rbx10 axles. So these are the AR60 axles that usually come stock with this truck. So I want a little bit more of a wider stance, and just also look at the angle of the shocks. They're in the perfect angle, which should increase the stability of the truck a little bit. So also, if we stand it up on his nose, yeah, you guys see how these two frontal lower links are, well, I don't know if it's called parallel or something, but, and then you saw how the two rear lower links that are more like spread it out. So, yeah, this should actually increase the stability of the truck a little bit. So, yeah, I can't wait to try it out. There are some few modifications that still need to be done. I think this is like a 6mm pinion shaft, because the let's see if I can get a little right here. Because so the inner shaft, or I'm sorry, the inner diameter of this axle shaft is 5mm, right? And the input shaft diameter is 6mm. So it really technically doesn't fit over here. So gonna have to find, either gonna have to modify it or run some LMT center links. Center links, good grief, center drives. So yeah, that's just gonna be the update for this truck. Basically, I'm still gonna keep this brush because this is gonna be like a sport mod truck. So whenever I go to like some RC monster truck events, like Trigger King, for example, this truck will be competing in the sport mod. But I think I'll be getting like the Hobby Wing ESC, because the XO5 in there, I mean, it has a decent top speed, but doesn't have enough bottom end torque and braking power. I don't think you can program the ESC also. The motor has some good speed. It's just that the ESC doesn't have enough oomph, if you guys know what I mean. So Hobby Wing, shit, what's that? Is that 80 amp brushed ESC, that crawler ESC? If I recall, when I was at the Bigfoot Open House last year, the guy from J Concepts and J Serona, his sport mod truck, basically he had the same truck like mine, the SMT10, but his had the Hobby Wing brush ESC, and it had like a 17 turn brush motor, and boy, that thing was flying. So yeah, I can't wait to give it a shot when I get that ESC, and they're also pretty affordable also. But anyway, we got to do some modifications to the truck in order to run these axles, and forgot to mention one more thing. If I could put this truck on the side. So you see the ends right here. Here, let's see if I can set this truck down a little bit. All right, so this part, so this end right here of the piece was supposed to be up here, but the reason why I did that is, well, the third member is still in quite a bit of an angle. I really don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. When I had this setting, the third member was facing a little bit more upwards, if that makes sense. So what I did was I flipped the ears around and put the longer end at the lower part. So I mean, just to lower the third member a little bit, so that way it's a little more angled out or something. Now I have to mount the sway bars like this, because if you mount them like that, guess what? It's gonna be in an angle, which is gonna be very inefficient and not a high performance. So I'm probably gonna have to mount the sway bar links like this in order for the sway bar system to work. I mean, it is what it is. Those axles are not designed for this truck. Basically, you're supposed to run the AR60 axles. But the reason why I want to run the rbx10 axles is that, once again, I want to run like a little bit of a wider stance. Here, let's see if I can set it up again. It's because I want to have a little bit of a wider stance, and also when the truck is at full turn, the tires are completely making contact with the links. And even though I'm running the maximum or the max out offset, like 25 is probably the longest offset you can get. So hey, have to make the best for it, right? But anyway, hopefully this modification's worth it. But yeah, just some few mods to do in order to make the axles work on this truck. And yeah, guys, that's just going to be an update on this Axial SMT10. Alrighty, y'all. Bye-bye.